Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gems of Life show. You know what? Happy New Year. 2022 is packed with lots of blessings and abundance of opportunities. So I'm actually looking forward to 2022. And what a great way to start off the new year. I am in such, what can I say? It's a pleasure to be in a space with amazing, phenomenal, talented, beautiful women. I am telling you, I am so excited. Not only just excited, I'm actually looking forward to having this conversation with these phenomenal women. I have with me my sisters. So today I'm going to introduce you 5 sisters who are here to share with you what our workshop is all about coming January 16th. Are you all ready? Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Gems of Life.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, thanks for having us. Hi.
You all look beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. I'm just so super to have you all here. This workshop that we'll actually be talking about and we'll be presenting was the brainchild of DrNay. So I'm just going to bring DrNay here and she can just introduce herself, introduce yourself, let us know what this workshop is all about and how did you come up with this amazing idea? DrNay?
Thank you so much, Fadwa. Well, the whole idea came about, that as women, we need to support each other, encourage each other, empower each other. And I thought that we can even educate each other, because we have so many different expertise from so many different, professions and countries and around the world. And I just thought it was a great idea for us to share what we know in regards to how can we help each other, during this pandemic, during this troubling time, when we have so much on our plate already, and now we're even homeschooling, with children home all day long. So I just thought that, I had a great bunch of sisters who could share and empower and make a difference in so many lives of so many other women.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much. And you know what? Thank you for including me to be part of that journey, DrNay.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
So what is the idea behind this? Now you've shared what it is. What is it that you're hoping for people to actually benefit from this workshop? Then I can at least introduce the other sisters here to talk about it as well.
Oh, yes. So with this workshop, it's not just, I don't think, an ordinary workshop. It's a workshop where there's conversation between sisters to share their experiences as well as their expertise. So it's the idea of women reflecting on where they are, for them to be able to relate to new information to be shared with them, and also to leave them with some strategies, that they can use at home to really alleviate some of the overwhelmed feelings, that we do have as moms, as professionals, as wives, as sisters, etc. So this here is an opportunity for women to get a toolkit, of so many strategies that they can, pull out when they need it. So it's all about helping each other.
Wow, amazing. And this is where you actually bring other sisters, myself included, who come in and share those strategies with our audience. Yeah, fellow sisters. Thank you so much for sharing that, DrNay.
Thank you.
Wow. So I have my other fellow sisters that I'll be bringing on, and I'm actually looking forward to chatting with each one of you. Jenn, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, Jenn, I'm like, we met a few months ago on one of the social media platforms, and here we are today doing something amazing together.
Exactly, collaborating in the name of wellness.
Absolutely, absolutely. So do you mind just sharing some of the stuff, like even who you are, what you do, and what motivated you to be part of this?
Sure. So DrNay reached out. So that's where my motivation comes from, is that DrNay found me on social media and we connected. And that was quite a few, I would say, it was in the midst of when was it? I think early 2020. And we really connected as professionals and as friends. And yeah, this collaboration is just sort of snowballed from there, from DrNay's idea of reaching out to fellow women who are experiencing burnout. And that's where I come in, is that I experienced pretty profound burnout in 2011. And I began my healing journey at that time, and it wasn't really until 2016 that I even realized I was on a healing journey. I was just, slowly but surely trying to get my body back into a state of balance, my body, my life, my mental health, my physical health back into a state of balance. And it wasn't until 2016, 2017 that I realized I had undergone a significant transformation, which included losing 80 pounds. But my story is not a weight loss story. It's a story of transformation and health and balance. And so now I go around town teaching people about burnout prevention and recovery.
Wow. You talk about your own experience. I can relate to that. Back in 2014, I took on a project I thought would end in 2 weeks. It ended up being expanded and extended to 6 months. By the 4th month, I was in bed, and I spent 2 months in bed because I was just from exhaustion and mental and emotional and physical burnout, basically. And women, we wear these many hats, like we said, thinking that we can do everything. We are super women. And we don't realize that for us to be out there and do all these things, we need to actually recharge. And that's why I'm actually looking forward to this workshop, because I know people will benefit from the information and the strategies that we'll be sharing. It's not only our own personal experiences, but some of the strategies we use that really, really worked. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jenn, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. It's an honor to be in your presence as well. Palmonia is my other sister here in my presence. Thank you, Palmonia. Welcome again. How are you today?
I am fabulous, Fadwa. Thank you so much for having us on the show. It's an honor to be here.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here with you. I love that color red. I see red and I see that, and I remember that song, The Lady in Red.
Vibrant beings that we are.
Right? It's just vibrant and beautiful. Thank you for lighting up your presence and everybody else here in this room. So we met also through DrNay, and what a great connection and great way to collaborate, and not only now taking that collaboration further, but also in the theme of sisterhood, where we meet here for the cause of helping humanity and fellow sisters out there. So a pleasure to meet you as well.
Yes, thank you. Same here. Ironically, my word for last year was connecting, because each year I have a word that I use that kind of guides and directs my year. And it was connecting last year. So as a result, here we are, we have connected.
Yes, wonderful. So what inspired you to be part of this workshop?
Well, DrNay is doing something that I'm passionate about, women, and not just offering a Band-Aid, but something tangible, because I have found, like Jenn, myself, experiencing that moment where you like, how did I find myself at this place? When we burn out, unlike a crayon, the quote that I love that says, broken crayons still color. So when we burn out or we break as female, it's the opportunity to still use the fine pieces that we have broken into to create something beautiful. And DrNay's message that she wants to bring exemplify that for me. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to do what I love to do. As a mindset and communication coach working with women, it's about understanding how your mind plays in, because your body will be saying, hey, I need some rest, and your mind is saying, no, keep going. So it's learning to understand that balance. So when DrNay came, like, oh, this is perfect. It's a great way to give back also to those who are in need and are not even consciously aware, because that's a big part of what we want to create, a conscious awareness, because once you become aware, it's an easier process going forward.
Absolutely. And oftentimes we are not even aware of what's happening. We are in the midst of this chaotic life and we're not even aware of what's contributing to it and what is our role in it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Wow. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. Wow. Alethia, welcome.
Hi, morning. Thanks for having me. So glad to be here with all my sisters.
Thank you for coming here and showering your presence and blessing us with your presence. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I love the fact that we're having this amazing workshop that's going to be coming up in a couple, well, it's only about one more week until we actually have the workshop. And I am looking forward to spending this time and sharing all of the information that I have about work-life balance. And I am a psychotherapist, and part of the work that I do is working with people that are facing some challenges, whether in their work or personal life. I do some cognitive behavioral therapy, which is looking at your automatic thoughts and feelings about particular situations or events, and we identify what those feelings are, try to set some goals so that you can feel better about the things that you're doing, and that with that support, you'll be able to manage things and make better decisions. And I've always worked with young people, and I am originally a child and youth counselor, and I never will forget all the wonderful gems and stories that I learned from young people. And then I transitioned into working with young adults and people that are transitioning or making some career changes. And how I connected with this group is reaching out through DrNay. I think she attended one of my workshops, and then I did an amazing workshop with Fadwa. And also Palmonia was so instrumental to me opening up my business. I attended a workshop with her about 2 years ago, and something that she said moved my spirit. And she said, Alethia, what are you waiting for? And I think it was to the whole group, but for some reason, it really resonated with me. And I registered my business like 1 week after I spoke to her. So yes, I mean, I've always been in the presence of strong women, and, you know, meeting Jenn and meeting Mia was just that icing on the cake that really, you know, made me feel at home and realize that this is the place that I need to be.
Oh, wow. Amazing. The power of coming together. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. Wow. Mia, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I am honored to be in the presence of what I say are giants. So you all have done some phenomenal work, and I thank you for even being invited to be on this morning. So thank you, Fadwa.
Thank you for coming and taking your time, your precious time to be here with us. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having you on this show. I'm looking forward to actually collaborating with you on the workshop. So do you mind just telling us what inspired you to be part of this collaboration?
Oh, yes. When DrNay and I met on social media, and it was through the Sister to Sister network, I was really just empowered, but also enlightened to see that her mission was to really empower other women too. So it wasn't just the connection that she and I had made, but just overall what her mission is. So that really drew me in. So that's why I decided to just go ahead and be a part of this grand gesture, which I think is going to really help a lot of people that need the information that we have to offer that otherwise may not have access to it.
That's so true. That's so
Mhm.
true.
Right.
So my next question to you is, what are some of the stuff that you think, gems that people can walk away from when they come into the, what should they expect and what can they walk away from?
Sure. Well, for myself especially, there are 4 core things that I'll be touching on, and they stem around self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. So the way those really tie in is that once you work on yourself first and you understand, you take that introspective step inside of who you are and your emotional status, then you understand how you react and interact with other people, what things trigger you, what trauma lies within, and how to manage through those things. And then with your relationship management and social awareness, that's going to help you build better relationships, which a lot of times when you are overwhelmed, stressed out, and burnt out, you're not really thinking about anybody else, because that's what you've been doing this whole entire time to get you to that point of burnout. So once you get to that point of burnout, then it's time to step back, become more self-aware, learn how to manage yourself so that those relationships can be better, but also not necessarily your first priority, because that's typically what a lot of us do as women who wear a lot of hats. Everybody else tends to come first. So then we have to step back and learn how to manage ourselves first. Then we learn how to manage those relationships better. And then the outside, even more external than your home and your immediate family, your extended family, becomes your social awareness and how you deal with the things that are going on socially in society, and how you are able to interject yourself or take a step back from those things that may be causing other triggers and other traumas. So just really learning how to balance yourself introspectively in a very emotionally intelligent way.
Oh, thank you so much. Looking
Absolutely.
forward to that.
So excited.
As part of, coming in there and just being with all of you, I know we'll be not only sharing our own gems, but we'll be nitpicking, we'll be taking the gems from each other. And I'm pretty sure we will all be learning from one another. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
Great.
Yeah, thank you for coming today, Mia. So I'm just going to come back to the rest of our sisters, ask you the same question I just asked Mia. What are the things that, our audience, our listeners, people, our fellow sisters coming into the workshop, what is the one thing they can walk away with? What is it that they can benefit, and what is their takeaway? And I'll come back to Alethia.
Yes, well, what I'm going to be looking at is our wheel of life, which are 5 key dimensions that we, look at when we're looking at our overall balance and work-life balance. And those 5 areas could be your financial, social, emotional, and psychological wellness, also your employment wellness. And we're going to be looking at those areas of where are those key dimensions that cause a lot of stress. Where do you see that you're spending a lot of your time, and the areas that you're not spending a lot of time on? And we're just going to be looking at those dimensions and see where you find has impacted the most stress. And we're going to be looking at that and just examining what 3 things we can do to take action to make some changes in the way that we balance out our work and our life. And hopefully through that, we can really start to take a look at some of those things that we might need to make some small adjustments to, so that we have less stress.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. It's basically the end goal is to manage our stress, to manage our life, to manage not only everything outside of ourselves, but the first thing is to prioritize ourselves and what our emotions are and what our mental state is, because emotional wellness and mental state is key to everything that we do. Thank you so much for sharing that. Palmonia?
Thank you, Fadwa. The key takeaway that I hope to give, my intention is to focus, become keenly aware of the conversations that we're having. The conversation, we hear about the negative chatter, right? So we have conversations with ourselves herself, we'll tell herself one thing and we'll speak something else. But everything that we think or imagine is already a process that we have started. So it's that awareness to be mindful of what are we actually creating or presenting, giving to ourselves? What are we accepting as our own? And it's being aware of that. Because once you become aware of that, as I said, now what I'm going to give you is what I call like a traffic light. You have the stop, the amber, and the go. So, you know, okay, so no, I need to stop. Because when I hear that, okay, no, let's stop. Okay, if it's something that you want, let's go. So then it allows you to monitor as you would on the road. Is it safe for me to go? Is it caution and I should slow down, or should I just stop? And that's what we want to be able to, my intention is for you to receive. How do you monitor that language? Because the power of language, of what am I saying? What am I saying to myself? What am I telling myself? What is my truth? Because once you are aware of that component of who you are, it doesn't matter what the outside world is. It doesn't matter what the chatter is. You now have your personal headphones on that's going to direct you, and you're good. Right? That's what I intend to leave with those who join us on the event.
Wow,
So
thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to seeing them on January 16th.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. I am sure they will benefit from every single person here, your gems that you'll be sharing with everyone. Dr. Nay, what about you?
The main, I think the overarching objective of all of this is building relationships, building, our sisterhood. Because so many times, we feel like we're alone, we're in that kitchen or we're, doing whatever, and we feel so isolated, So the whole, like I said, the underlining is for us to connect and to support and to encourage and to know that, yeah, there are other people who are going through this. And yes, there are people who have strategies and knowledge, that can help me, when the times get really rough. It's all about being conscious, as Mia said, of what is going on in your life. And these ladies have the tools and the expertise, to help all of the participants to really look inside and acknowledging where they are, and therefore, what are some things that I can do? What are some strategies that I can utilize to help me get through everyday life? So that's pretty much, what I would love to happen, is to build further relationships. As you heard, we all connected, and I would love to build upon that and to connect other women to us who we can help and who can help us, because we all learn from each other. So that's pretty much one of the major goals.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nay, for your presence and for your wisdom and bringing all of us here together as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Fadwa.
Jen, what about you?
So, set boundaries, take a hot bath, learn to say no, take on less. These are typical self-care strategies that we hear all over town. The word is out that we need to practice self-care. So that's awesome. What good is self-care if you are not sleeping? It's no good. Essentially, if you are not sleeping, it's like adding gasoline to the already roaring fire of burnout. So what I plan to talk about is sleep in general, just sleep in general, and what can we do? What strategies can we implement to get a better night's sleep? Because it's been my experience that optimizing my sleep is the most powerful tool to bringing my body, my stress response back into a state of balance. So that's what I'm going to talk about, all about sleep. And hopefully I won't put you to sleep.
I think we will be far from it. You know, that's so true, right? And I truly believe each gem that you'll be sharing with us, all of you here, myself included, I think we all walk away with something, you know, and we can use that. And everything that we're sharing in this workshop is key, not just to self-care, but to our wellness, our well-being, our mental wellness. And when we are walking out there half empty, everybody else, we are robbing them of our own experiences and creating those experiences as well. So thank you so much. I'm just looking forward to having you January 16th, all of you be on the same room and share our gems with everyone else. I'm looking forward to it. Any last words? Anybody want to share last words? Maybe DrNay, just share what the information is about, where people can actually sign up for the workshop.
Yes. Well, there will be various videos out there on social media with the link for Eventbrite. Women Balancing Hats is the name of the event. It's January 16th. It's just a Sunday from 1:30 to 4:30. We're looking to meet and greet, to have conversation. Eastern time, yes. And there'll be prizes and fun and conversation and a lot of knowledge out there to share with you. So yes, so register via Eventbrite, Women's Balancing Act.
Wonderful. And my fellow sisters, any last words? Anyone want to share last words?
Please remember to save the date. Mark your calendar. That's one of the big part of why we burn out, because we keep it all in our head. It's not on the paper and we're getting up. So mark the date. Mark the date and see you there.
Wonderful. January 16th, go into Eventbrite, follow the instructions. You know what? We will see you soon. Stay well and safe, everyone. Aspire to inspire. Take care and be safe, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.